All right, boys and girls, let's get started on Math Message 4.11 or 4.11. Okay, if you're doing your home links, right here, it is page 119. And for your math boxes, it's right here, page 130. All right, for our warm-up. Okay, we're looking at division problems. Okay, we have 12 divided by 6. Okay, so we know that 6 means I have either 6 groups or 6 rows. So if we want, we can look at that and say, okay, I have 6 rows. And I'm going to put 1 in each row until I get to 12. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I have 2 in a row, so 12 divided by 6 must equal 2. Or you could have put 2 or 6 groups and 1 in each group. Okay, I can look at this problem here, and I can use this problem to help me out. Here I have half. I'm dividing it up on half as many people, so my number here should be double. So 12 divided by 3 should equal 4. So let's check that out. Okay, we have 3 rows, and we're going to put 1 in each row until we get to 12. Okay, and here's how many I have in my row, which is 4. Okay, let's look at this one. 6 divided by 4, or 16 divided by 4. Let's do our 4 rows. And let's put 1 in each row until we get to 16. Okay, and that tells me here that I have 4 in the row. All right, we can use this problem to help us here. We know that 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Now I'm only dividing it up by 2, so I should have twice as many. So this answer should be 8. So let's do 2 rows and put 1 in each row. And see that we get to, and that gives us 8. Okay, 24 divided by 8. We can do 8 rows. There's my 8 rows. I'm going to put 1 in each row. Once again, you can do this in groups too if you choose to. Or if you know your fact families, this would also help. And knowing the product. We did this last week also, working with our product and knowing the factors for that product. So my answer would have to be 3. Once again, if I look at this and if I know 24 divided by 8 equals 3, well, here I'm only dividing it up with half the number of people, so I'm going to get twice as much. So my answer should be 6. Let's check that out. Okay. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we can always use problems to help us figure out our other equations. All right, our math message today, we're going to be looking at area and perimeter again. We're going to continue with it. Okay, our first question is on journal page 129. So if you want to go ahead and turn to journal page 129, and you want to pause this and try this on your own, you can go ahead, and then when you're ready, you can come back. All right, so journal page 129. Brandy made drawings of 2 dog pens. She measured the total length of each pen fence in feet. In her drawing, each square represents 1 square foot. So she's saying each one of these is 1 square foot. Okay, so this pen just replicates this pen, and this one just replicates this one. So our questions are, we need to calculate the perimeter and the area of each pen. And if you remember, perimeter goes around, all the way around. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. So that must mean I have 5 here and 5 here. So my perimeter, all I have to do is add these up. 5, 10, 15, 20. So my perimeter would be 20 feet on A. Now, for my area, remember, all I'm doing is I'm going to count everything that's on the inside, because the inside is my area, and that gives me 25. And remember, we square the area, so it's 25 square feet. Okay, let's look at pin B. Let's go round the edge, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 on this side, 1, 2, 3 on this side. So I know this has to be 7 and this has to be 3. Let's just add them up all the way around to get my perimeter. 7 plus 7 is 14. 3 plus 3 is 6. So 14 plus 6 gives me 20. So my perimeter is 20 feet. And don't forget to put your unit, which is your feet. Okay, now remember to count our area. I'm just looking at all of the square units in the inside, anything inside the boundary. Or I can also take and do 7 times 3. 7 times 3 would be 21. And remember, we square our area, so it's square feet. Okay, what is the shapes of the pins? So if we look at these, we can tell we have a square and we have a rectangle. Remember, a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. All right, on our next question, okay? Miguel wants to build a rectangular pen for his rabbit. He has 24 feet of fence that he can use to make the pen. He plans to use all 24 feet of fence to make the best pen he can for his rabbit. Okay, so we know that he has 24 feet all the way around. So when I do a pin, I've got to make sure that when my perimeter going around is going to be 24. Okay, well, I know that 24 is an even number, so I could do 2. Okay, like that. So 1, 2, and then if I do 2 on the other side, that's 4. So I have 20 left, so that's going to be 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I have 2 here, 10, 2, and 10. So my perimeter is going to be 10, 20, 22, and 24, which we knew that's what it should have been. So what would be my area of this pen would be 2 times your 10, which would give me 20 square, what is it, feet? Okay, let's try to make another one. Since I did 2, let's see if I can go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this is 4, then that has to be 4. So that's 8. So 24 minus 8 gives me, whoop, I did that wrong. Sorry about that. 14 minus 8 is 6. So it'd be 16. So I've got 8 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going up 4. Back around. So this has to be 4, 8, and 8. So let's see. 8 plus 8 is 16. Plus 8 more. Well, that's what I was struggling with before. So hopefully that equals 24. So our perimeter is correct. It's 24. Now my area on this one, is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have times 8. I can either do that, which would be 4 times 8, which I could break that apart to 2 times 8, which is 16, and then 2 times 8 again, which is 16, which gives me my 32. And that is square B. And I have B down here also. All right. So let's see, our next question wants to know which pin do you think would be the best? Well, that's your own opinion. I think that pin B, my second one, my 4 by and 4 by 8 would be the best. And I think it would be because using my 4 by 8 pin, my rabbit has a wider area. To run around. And the other one, he would have a longer area, but I like to have him have more width. So either way would be your own preference, depending on which one you like. All right, this concludes Math Lesson 4.11.